The global aerospace landscape is witnessing a pivotal shift as the Russian Federation attempts to move the Su-57 Felon program from low-rate initial production to high-rate serial manufacturing. As of 2026, the heart of this effort lies in the Komsomolsk-on-Amur aircraft plant, KNAASZ. While Russia has successfully operationalized its first serial production lines, the fundamental challenge remains: scaling production to meet a domestic order of 76 airframes by 2028, while simultaneously addressing the mounting procurement interests from key strategic partners in Asia. The strategic demand for the Su-57 is driven by two primary actors, India and Vietnam. New Delhi views the Felon as a necessary counterweight to the rapid induction of fifth-generation assets in its immediate neighborhood, while Hanoi eyes the platform for its 2030 and beyond modernization cycle. This creates an export paradox for Moscow. Both nations require significant numbers to achieve operational viability, yet Russia's current production rate, estimated at 12 to 20 units per year, is insufficient to satisfy domestic requirements and international demand simultaneously. For the Vietnam People's Air Force, the Su-57 represents a critical evolution beyond its current Su-30 Mk2 fleet. As regional maritime tensions escalate, Hanoi requires a platform capable of penetrating modern anti-access area denial A2AD bubbles. However, the delivery timeline remains the primary obstacle. With domestic Russian orders taking priority, and India potentially seeking large-scale licensed production, Vietnam faces a decade-long wait for a significant stealth presence, forcing Hanoi to maintain its aging legacy platforms far longer than originally planned. The only viable path to balancing this supply and demand gap lies in a decentralized manufacturing model. Moscow's offer to India for full technology transfer and licensed production through Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL) is a strategic necessity. By establishing a second production hub in India, Russia can offload the massive Indian demand to local facilities, allowing the KNAAZ plant to focus on domestic Russian needs and export orders for partners like Vietnam. This joint production model is the only way to prevent a total logistical collapse of the Su-57 export strategy. Beyond the airframe itself, the production surge is tethered to Russia's metallurgical and electronic supply chains. The deepening partnership with VSMPO Avisma ensures a steady supply of high-grade titanium, but the production of the AL-51F1 Stage 2 engine and the N-036 Bielka radar systems remains a bottleneck. The transition to mass-producing these fifth-generation components requires a level of industrial consistency that is currently being tested by international sanctions on high-tech subcomponents and specialized sensors. To fuel this industrial expansion, Russia is increasingly looking toward alternative financial frameworks. The potential influx of capital from India and Vietnam, facilitated through ruble-rupee and ruble-dong trade mechanisms, provides the liquidity necessary for KNAAS to upgrade its infrastructure. This financial pivot allows Moscow to bypass Western banking restrictions, securing the long-term viability of the Su-57 program as a global alternative to the F-35 ecosystem. The geopolitical priority of these deliveries will define Russia's influence in Asia for the next decade. If India secures a primary position in the delivery queue, Vietnam may be forced to explore interim solutions, such as the Su-75 Checkmate or advanced 4.5 generation upgrades. Moscow must navigate a delicate diplomatic balance, ensuring that its pivot to the east does not result in alienating one strategic partner for the sake of another, all while maintaining its own combat readiness in a shifting European security environment. The conclusion of this audit is clear. The Su-57 is a mature, capable platform, but its success as a regional export leader depends entirely on industrial scalability. Russia's ability to bridge the supply gap between 2026 and 2030 will determine whether the Felon becomes the standard fifth-generation fighter for the Indo-Pacific or remains a prestige asset in limited numbers. For India and Vietnam, the decision to commit to the Su-57 is not just a tactical choice, but a long-term strategic bet on Russia's industrial resilience.